At night, Salem feels too quiet, like the town is holding its breath. The houses stand still, and the air feels heavy, as if something bad already happened and never truly left. Salem's story begins long before the witch trials. In the early 1600s, English settlers came to this part of America to build a religious community. These people were called Puritans. They believed life was a test from God. Every mistake mattered. Every strange event had meaning. Joy was limited, rules were strict, and punishment was common. Life in Salem was not easy. Most people were farmers. Food could run out. Diseases spread quickly. Children died often. There were wars with nearby Native American tribes, and many families had lost loved ones. People lived with fear every day, even before the witch trials began. Fear shaped how they thought. The town was also divided. Some families were wealthy, others were poor. Some lived near the busy port, others struggled on farms. Arguments over land, money, and church power were common. These tensions sat quietly, waiting for a spark. That spark came in the winter of 1692. In one household, two young girls began to act strangely. They screamed, cried, twisted their bodies, and said invisible forces were hurting them. No one understood what was happening. At the time, medical knowledge was limited. Doctors could not explain the behavior. When science had no answers, religion filled the gap. The girls were asked a dangerous question. Who did this to you? Soon, names were spoken. The first accused were easy targets, people who were poor, outsiders, or disliked. One was a slave woman. Another did not attend church often. Once accusations started, they did not stop. This is an important lesson in history. Accusations spread fastest when fear is already present. Salem's leaders created special courts to handle witchcraft cases. These courts accepted something called spectral evidence. This meant someone could say, "I saw their spirit hurt me," and that was enough. There was no way to prove or disprove it. This turned imagination into law. People were arrested and put into cold, dark jails. Some confessed because they were scared or tortured. Confession did not save them. It only caused more accusations. Those who confessed were forced to name others. This created a chain reaction. Neighbors accused neighbors. Children accused parents. Old grudges became deadly weapons. Speaking out against the trials made you suspicious. Silence was safer. 19 people were hanged. One man, Giles Corey, was pressed to death under stones because he refused to enter a plea. He knew that if he spoke, his land would be taken from his family. His last words were reported to be, "More weight." This shows how fear mixed with power and cruelty. Some were innocent children. Eventually, the madness slowed. Leaders began to question the trials. The governor shut down the court. People realized they had gone too far. Years later, the government admitted the trials were wrong. Families were paid money, but money could not erase the damage. Salem learned a painful lesson, but only after many lives were lost. Today, Salem is known for its dark past. People visit museums and memorials. But the true lesson is not about witches. It is about what happens when fear replaces reason. The Salem Witch Trials teach us that fear can turn lies into truth. Power without evidence leads to injustice. Communities can destroy themselves when panic spreads. Salem was not cursed by magic. It was cursed by fear, silence, and blind belief. And that is what makes the story truly frightening, because it did not need witches to happen.